Do you get exhausted making decisions? Do you question whether your decisions are right? Have you ever taken time to get curious just about yourself? Hi, I'm Debra Kasowski, 3-time best-selling author, speaker, executive coach, and the host of the Millionaire Woman Show. I want to share with you just a little piece of my book, Let's Be Curious, to really get you thinking about decision fatigue, how to eliminate some of that, because I think people get caught up in making decisions. We have decisions going all the time, and there's so many different ways that you can eliminate or at least minimize some of the fatigue that people have from making decisions. And I think some people get so paralyzed by making decisions that they're so worried about whether they make a good choice or a bad choice that I wanted to devote this video to that. So when you think about decision fatigue, some of the things that you want to consider is, do I need to make these decisions? Is there someone that some of these decisions can be delegated to? But I want you to be careful. Knowing who you can and what boundaries can be put in place for those decisions is important. I've learned from personal experience, when you abdicate and give away some of the responsibility of your decisions, it can be costly, a costly investment for sure. So I want to make sure that if you're going to delegate a decision, whether it be monetary, whether it be things that can be impacting you later on, what I want you to think about is what boundaries around that decision, what check-ins need to be in place so that you feel good with those decisions. But there's a lot of time that you don't need to make the full decision yourself. There's decisions that are smaller, there's decisions that are bigger. The other thing that's really good is to make your decisions in the morning. You know, it's kind of like that big frog, eat that frog that Brian Tracy likes to talk about. It's when something feels the most challenging, one of the hardest decisions that you need to make, those are best done in the morning. When you wake up from a fresh sleep, you might have slept on the idea overnight, that you can really sit back and make that pro and con list or whatever process you use to simplify your decisions, is that you make it in the morning when you feel most rested, most energized, ready to take on the day. These are some of the things that help with that decision-making fatigue. The other thing is to make sure that you're eating properly, you're hydrated, so that you are focused. Often when we have not eaten, we can get hangry, and that hangriness can be very distracting. And if you're not hydrated, there can be some brain fog. So we want to make sure that you're full of energy, that you're rested, that you're hydrated, you're fed, and when you're making a decision, that you feel good about that decision. Gathering those facts, making sure that you've checked all the facts in place. But the other things about eliminating decision fatigue is simplifying things. I know when you think of Steve Jobs and other entrepreneurs, they've simplified things with, they kind of wear a daily uniform, right? So they have the t-shirt and the jeans. That eliminates thinking about an outfit that they need to put together. I know people who eat the same breakfast every day so that they don't have to think about what to make. So that there's certain parts of their day that they know this is just what they do. They have a salad at lunch, they have oatmeal for breakfast, and that everything is quite structured. And you know, people say, well, you're not leaving any room for spontaneity. And you can still have room for spontaneity, but you're helping eliminate some of these everyday choices that we use energy for, that they focus their energy somewhere else, and it makes things quick. Think of the time you waste thinking about what movie to go to, what shoes to buy, whether you're going to move a piece of furniture from one side of the room to the next. So all of these decisions take a lot of time. And often we don't have that much time. So I want you to think about the time that you have and how you can use it more effectively so that you are not draining your energy from making all these decisions. Weighing out those options, having those options in place right away. Okay? The other thing is people often are afraid to make decisions, so they have that analysis paralysis because they're weighing out their options, they keep evaluating everything, and then they fail to take action because they are so worried about having the regret of a decision that they make. Here's the thing. And I don't know if you've ever heard the Chinese proverb, but it's actually in this book. Is a Chinese farmer that has been told that, his son had broke his leg. And people would come and say, oh, you're so lucky, your son broke his leg. He can't go and do this. And the farmer would just say, maybe yes, maybe no. So no matter what decision that you make, the outcome on either side could be maybe yes, maybe no. But the thing is that you can deal with different consequences and outcomes, but it's for you to be happy with the decision or outcome that comes about, not for everyone else. And unless you're doing something for a particular reason, but at the end of the day, the decisions that you make reflect on how you feel about something. And that's where we also have the art of forgiveness at the same time, that if the decision didn't go the way we wanted, that we should be able to forgive ourselves to move forward so we can make different decisions in the future. Most decisions in life are not a one or the other, and most decisions are that you can jump up and you can shift and make a different decision. One decision isn't the way-all factor for everything. So consider that there's opportunity to shift and make decisions and adjust your course along the way. So again, one of the things that you really want to do is grab this book, Let's Be Curious, and really think about your decision-making process. The more curious you are about yourself, the more curious you are about how to eliminate that decision fatigue, and the more curious you are about avoiding that regret. Because really, any decision that you make, whether it works or not, builds character. It makes you think and reflect on who you are, where you're going, and are you showing up as who you want to be. So when you're thinking about decision fatigue and regretting decisions, do you regret them in the moment or do you regret them later on? So this is when it's really important to think about your decisions and remembering that the decision that you make, you're making it with the information you have available to you at this given time, and you're also making it based on who you are at that time. Decisions you've made in the past are not the same decisions maybe you would make today or in the future because you're not the same person. You have grown, you have evolved into the person you are today. So give yourself some grace. Find ways to become more organized, making better decisions, gathering those facts. And that way, you don't have to live in a place of regret, and move forward knowing that whatever decisions you made in the past are based on where you were at a given time. And be where you are today. Be very intentional about the decisions you make moving forward. Come from a place of curiosity, gathering the facts, asking people for information, and doing a little bit of research, and you will be surprised where the opportunities will take you. I'm Debra Kasowski. Thank you for joining me today. I'd love for you to go over to my website at www.debrakasowski.com. Sign up for your free ebook, The 21 Habits High Achievers Kick to Achieve Success, where you'll be linked into our Success Secrets newsletter. You'll get tips and strategies of how you can grow in your leadership, your business, and your life. Go out and have a great day and live rich from the inside out.